You are enough, even when everything, the whole world, is telling you otherwise. And there will come a time, maybe this is that time for you, where everything feels like it's just falling apart and slipping through your fingers. You've done the work. You've shown up. You've tried to stay positive, to believe and to keep the faith, and yet nothing seems to be moving, does it? It's like you're literally standing at the edge of a cliff, ready to fucking fall, and the ground beneath you keeps on crumbling a little more each day. But you know what? It's in those moments when nothing makes sense, when it feels like it's all falling apart, and there's that voice in it, that little voice that creeps in and says, see, I told you, you're not good enough, you're not enough for anybody else, maybe this is all just a pipe dream for you and it's not meant for you. Maybe you're just wasting your time. But you know what? And if no one's told you lately, let me be the one to say it. That voice is fucking lying to you, because you are enough. I thought I'd do my video outside today because it's nice. It's a nice day today, nice and sunny day. Makes a bloody change, doesn't it? But I think spring is on its way, so I thought, why not? Why not come out in the yard? We'll come out with the pooches as well. I don't know if you can see them all. Look, there's Ted there, look. And there's Eddie, the dachshund, who's skinning a ball as per usual. Well, yeah, I just thought it'd be a change to come out and just to have a little talk about it as well, because we all get that feeling, we all get that voice in our head when things aren't quite going well, when the chips are down. You get that little voice, don't you, telling you, just to give up, or you're not enough, or go back to how you used to be. And it's within the moments when your life is about to change for the better. So don't give up even when the chips are down, because you are enough. Not because you're perfect or because you've figured it all out, but because you have the heart that keeps beating even when it's broken. You have that spirit, don't you, that wakes up even when your mind is telling you to stay in bed. You have a soul that still whispers to you, keep going, even when everything outside is saying stop and it's falling apart and it's saying no. That is enough. You are enough. But right now, you're just in a process, a sacred, uncomfortable, frustrating process. And I know it doesn't feel like it, but that delay, that stuckness, that silence, it's not a punishment, trust me. It's preparation. The universe is just testing you to see if you're ready. Not to break you, not to shape you, not to reject you, but to just refine you. Because you've been asking for this. You've been asking for something big, haven't you? You've been asking for this, and the universe is just testing to see if you're ready. You've been asking for the breakthrough, or the new chapter, or more success. For something more than what you've known before. But the thing about asking for more is, life, the universe, God, whatever you believe in, has to make sure you're ready to hold it. So you're not just waiting for your blessing is also waiting for you. Waiting for the version of you who can handle it. The version of you who knows your worth even when nobody's clapping for you and no one appreciates you and no one's around. But the version of you who can stand in a room full of closed doors and still believes there's one meant to open just for you. That's who you're becoming right now. And that's what this test is all about. And I get it. I know it gets hard. Believe me, I've been through it and still go through it. The waiting is hard. Believing in yourself when there's no evidence is hard. Watching everyone else get their breakthrough while you're still in the bloody hallway is hard. It's brutal. Sometimes I'm doing content and no one's even watching or no views, and I think, shall I just give up? And then I think no, because the people who are watching depend on me, and it's about me making their life as best I can as well as my own, and we're on this journey together. So when I do feel like giving up, I remember why I'm doing it in the first place, because I want to help others along their journey to be the best 2.0 version of themselves as well as me. I want to do it with other people. I'm only just a little bit in front, and I do have these days where I feel like giving up, when the chips are down, when I'm sat just in tears, full of like regret and things what's falling apart, like my relationship, like a job I used to like. But then I remember it was all falling apart for a reason. And now I'm in a much better place, but sometimes that little voice just sometimes gets the better of me, as it does everyone else. We're all human, aren't we? But it's about catching that voice, observing that voice, and realising that's not you, that's just a little subconscious pattern playing out to keep you comfortable, to keep you trapped in the known, in the familiar. But it's where being comfortable with the uncomfortable, that's where the magic is. So just hear me out here, right? Just because whatever you're doing hasn't happened yet, it doesn't mean it's not happening. Like I say, this is just the test part to see if you're ready for it. The seed doesn't break through the soil the moment it's been planted, does it? The tide doesn't rise the second the moon calls it. And as well, the sun doesn't rush its rise just because the night feels too long, does it? Think about it. Nature takes its time, and so do you. But the time, right, it's not wasted. The silence is where you're strengthened, and the delay is where you're refined. And you know, the disappointment, that's where you learn and reflect who you really are. Not the version of you people see when everything's going right, but the version of you who refuses to quit. So don't, because success is around the corner. When everything's going wrong, that's the version who's worthy of the breakthrough. The one who knows. So say it, I am enough. Not because everything worked out, but because I choose to believe in myself. Believe in myself when nothing or no one did. And you have to know that this deep down, because when the breakthrough comes, it won't fill a hole in your worth. That's not its job. The breakthrough doesn't come to complete you. It comes, believe me, it comes to meet you fully whole, fully worthy, and fully enough, exactly as you are. And you know what? You're much closer than you think to whatever you're chasing. Because here's the truth, right? No one talks about the hardest moments. Have you noticed? The ones that make you want to quit. And what makes you come to quit? This always comes right before the shift. It's like life and the universe is asking, how bad do you want this? Let's see if you're going to give up through this. Let's test your resolve. Do you trust yourself enough to hold on even when nothing makes sense? Are you willing to believe in the unseen, to trust in the timing, to walk by faith and not by sight? Because your breakthrough is just around the corner, and it's not just about getting what you want, it's about becoming the 2.0 version, the person of you who can hold it, honour it, and not shrink under the weight of it, under the test. And that's why you're being stretched right now. You've just been tested. That's why it's uncomfortable. That's why you're getting them feelings of sadness, and this is why it feels so personal, because it is. This isn't just about your dream, it's about your evolution, your 2.0 version. It's about becoming the person who doesn't need the applause to keep believing in what they're doing and believing in themselves. The person who doesn't need proof to know they're worthy. The person who understands that being enough was never about what you do. It's about who you are. It always has been. And let me tell you something. You are enough when you're winning. You are enough when you're struggling. You are enough when you're celebrating. And you are enough when you sat there crying into your pillow at 2 a.m. in the morning, wondering what the fuck, why is life doing this to me? Does any of this even matter? Because you know what? You were born enough, and nothing you achieve and nothing you lose can ever change that. So here's the invitation. I want to give you a little invitation here. Don't give up, not because everything's working out, but because you're working on you. Because your resilience is worth more than your resume. Because your belief is worth more than your bank account. Because who you become in the waiting is the true reward. The breakthrough is just a bonus. And you know what? It's coming. Believe me, I promise you it's coming. So when you feel tired, just rest, but don't dare quit. And when you feel afraid, feel it, but keep on moving forward. And when you forget your own magic, just remind yourself as many times as it takes, because you are good enough. And you know what? You are ready. And the life you've been dreaming of is just waiting for you to remember who you are. So please keep going, even when the chips are down, and don't give up. Oh, and shortly I'll be offering my one-on-one coaching sessions, just half an hour slots. They'll be half an hour long, just to help people and give people that little extra help to get them on their journey towards being the 2.0 version of themselves by rewiring the subconscious mind. And as well as, being experienced within the subconscious mind and breaking down habits and out with the old and in with the new to really help you propel and pivot into your 2.0 version of success, right? I've also had plenty of years experience in being a mentor for people, in coaching people. I've helped people through drugs and alcohol problems, homeless problems, people with social isolation, mental health problems, all different types of stuff. So if you're wondering, well, has this guy got the experience to help? Yes, I have. I've got a lot of experience. I've been doing this since 2009, helping people in terms of support working roles, mentoring roles, social prescribing roles. Now I'm helping people stop smoking, doing a targeted tobacco role where I help and mentor people to stop smoking. So I've definitely got the experience, but one thing what gripes me is I'm just a bit tired of working for the system. I want to work for myself. I want to implement things from a sort of social, subconscious mind helping aspect rather than just medical aspects and stuff all the time. Because I won't go into it, I'll save that for another video, but there's a lot I don't agree with about the pharmaceutical industry, the big pharma industry, and always having to have a tablet to help people rather than looking at the other factors, what it is and how to get around them. So anyway, that's coming down the pipeline if you're interested in that. And I'll be helping people. It's because I want everybody to succeed in life, or get at least on their track to success, and just knowing how to get going. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Oh, and by the way, if you do want a little bit of help of wondering what the subconscious mind is and how it works and how it can benefit you, then check out this video up there or down here or wherever YouTube puts it again, and I will see you in there in a jiffy.